Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson, along with Mitch English and Matt Doolittle. It is time for the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get flashed. Today, it's a double shot, no chaser. One viewer asks if he should get flashed for making his daughter tell the family she's not graduating from college. But wait, there's more. He's also making her pay back all the money he spent on rentals for the graduation party. Turns out they had been planning for her graduation for months, and 4 months into the semester, she knew she wasn't graduating. She failed a class she needed to graduate and didn't bother telling anyone. So, should our viewer get flashed or be hailed as a hero for not letting her get away with what he considers deception? Get flashed is when we give each host 15 seconds to respond. Mitch, I'm going to start with you. The clock starts now.
Okay, first off, I know anybody who starts college, you totally change your majors. I don't know how many times, first off, because you don't know what you do. If you don't know what you're going into, you're probably going to run into this. But then to make her pay for it all is a little bit, I would say maybe a little over helicopter parents, if you will, because you did allow her to be herself, so you were okay with that. And if you want her to be herself, then why wouldn't you just let her quit school altogether?
Okay, that's Mitch's point of view.
Right.
Matt, we're going to you in the back room. What say you?
As someone who just had to pay for a bunch of big party stuff, I think it's a little bad, especially if she knew 4 months out that she wasn't going to graduate. So she knew this party was getting planned. Now, if it was a complete surprise, that may be a little different. But if she knew about it, she should have said something from the beginning and be like, hey, let's not put all the final deposits down and spend the money on all the food and getting people to fly in from wherever, because that's a big problem right there. I think she should definitely have to pay back some of it at least.
I say, why are you spending so much money on this party? Why wouldn't you put that money into some sort of an account where it can gain interest? And that way, if she graduates, great. Maybe you set a little aside for a party. If she doesn't, then you've got that money in the bank, maybe accruing interest, maybe saving it for a later date. I think he's right to say, look, no party, you owe us. You should have been honest. It's hard, but there are boundaries in life, and this is a tough lesson for her to learn. Okay, we said this would be a double shot, so here we go. Another viewer of ours asks if she should get flashed for ignoring her husband's request to stop hanging out with her friend. Here's the backstory. Her friend's going through a contentious divorce, and the soon-to-be ex-husband is still living in the house. They've got 3 kids. She's the godmother to one of them, so she feels compelled to be there for her friend. Her husband says he's getting tired of her spending all her time with them and not with him. He says he barely sees her. So, should our viewer get flashed or continue to help her friend? Mitch, we'll go to you.
Okay, wow. Divorce is, first off, it's never going to be pretty whatsoever. And I think people forget about you also get divorced from friends sometimes too, because there's a little bit of like, oh, you're taking their side, that sort of thing. But also too, when it comes down, this person was a god parent to one of their kids, so there has to be some kind of closeness.
Okay, Matt, in the back room, let's hear from you. Recently married, you must have some good perspective on this one.
Yeah, I get the lack of wanting to spend attention, especially if there's stuff going on in their house that needs attention, if they've got their own kids, if there's some stuff that maybe she's, usually takes care of as far as the house duties and everything. I'm not saying it has to be the maid in there, but if there's some of that stuff and it's getting dumped on him, I think I could see why he's like, hey, look, we've got our own family here we're trying to keep together. Maybe you should spend a little more time over here.
Yeah, I think it's all about boundaries. I mean, clearly it's important to be there for a friend, but your relationship is just as important, because if you don't get it together, there's a chance you're heading to D-Town. And is your friend going to be there for you if your husband decides to get divorced? Will that friend be there for you as long as you, or as much as you've been there for her? So there's a definite interest in taking care of what's at home first. Well, let us know what you think. Email us your thoughts. Head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. There you can leave us comments, get involved. Let us know what you think. We might share your comments on the air.